right in the heart of a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on man. Don't wipe their feet when they enter the lair. I feel a cold stare.
So the white ones are not a fan of color. So they don't like the brown ones, the black ones, or the yellow ones. And you'd think that the brown, black, and yellow ones would come together and push back against the white ones so that they don't get out of control. But some of the brown ones also don't like some of the black ones because they're a little bit darker than them. And then some of the brown ones also wish that they were not brown and wish that they were white instead. And then there's some brown ones who don't like other brown ones because they're not the same shade of brown. And then there's also some of the yellow ones who also don't like some of the black ones because yellow is bright and black is dark. But then there's also some of the yellow ones who don't like other yellow ones because they're not the same shade of yellow. And so the only ones that don't actively dislike others as a consequence of their color is the black ones.
I forget the song. I forget who wrote the song. I think it was Young Dro. I know you see it. No, that was the. I was about to say Jeezy, but God dog it, Young Jock. But this is what we see. This is what we see. And a lot of times when it comes to this racial dynamic, ethnic dynamic, part of the stupidity of it is, I don't like you because they said they're not like you, and I want to be like them, or I want to be like them, I want to be with them. So to be like them or with them, I gotta not like you. But then when I realize that they don't like me, then what am I supposed to do? If I keep trying to prove that I don't like you so they can like me, and it never works. Oh my God, uh, what do I do? Who am I? And it's like, you're an idiot. That's who you are. First of all, when we talk about in America, every ethnic group in America has been discriminated against by white America. Even in their own country and came here. Y'all already know this stuff. Hispanics already know that white America don't like y'all. Y'all been knowing that for at least a couple hundred years now. But play stupid. And then the other Hispanics, y'all know it too. For at least 100 years. Asians, you know it from China, from Chinese to Vietnamese to Cambodian, Korean, Japanese. Y'all know it. Y'all have a lot of y'all have extensive history with this stuff in your own country and here. Y'all know it already. Samoans, y'all know it. I'll try to leave Samoans out of this because they really don't have that they don't. I don't know them to have that racial dynamic. Africans, Caribbeans, y'all know it too. Y'all absolutely know it too. You know what I mean? So, Arabs, Muslims, because some of the Muslims are Middle Eastern and some of them are Asian. So that's why it's a difficult thing. Y'all know it too. Y'all know it too. From Pakistan all the way to Egypt or Palestine, y'all know it too. But when you get here, you get confused because I ain't gonna say you get confused. You want the easiest life. You think one of the ways to get an easier life is to emulate white racism. So it looks like that's what y'all think. And then and in some degrees, I'm not gonna front. Y'all get here and they don't necessarily roll out the red carpet for you, but they kind of buffer y'all and let y'all do stuff that we could not do. That's why when people talk about business in America, like this, I got a video of a guy in Chicago. He was doing business in the '80s, and he said basically one of the reasons why he did good in business is because him and his partner, they basically owned the place, named the place, ran the place, but made it look like white people were the heads of it. Oh yeah, the boss is actually, on a trip over here and over trip over there. Oh, he's in a meeting in this state, type of stuff. And the only people that figured it out, well, the first people that figured it out was the black people that was working with Harold Washington. Like, y'all slick, so we get it, you know. Um, we understand that concept, but a lot of y'all do bad business, and y'all allowed to do bad business. That's what we don't get. But let me get back onto the topic about trying to explain this stuff. A lot of y'all playing this game where, and you saw that with the Hispanic community and ICE. The black community is like, oh yeah, they finna get y'all. No, they're not. Okay. Remember with the Asian community, when the pandemic happened, and the Asian community was getting attacked by white America a lot, but black America got blamed, and then it was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we need a hate bill against who? And then now you got a hate crime bill, but when white people attack you, you don't it doesn't get enforced, and that's who predominantly attacks you. So now what? And then we're gonna join with I forgot the stupid guy's name, but we're gonna make sure we're gonna get rid of affirmative action and DEI, and so we can get into college because we think y'all don't know what y'all that we're better than y'all. And then it was like, that ain't gonna work. You're gonna wind up getting jammed up in this. No, we're not. Okay, guess what happened? Now complaints about that. You know what I mean? You get some of the Muslims and Arabs. They're like, yo, you know, we're here, we do business, blah blah blah. We can work in America. We're a small population, so people don't see us like that. And then you get blamed for everything. They ain't get blamed for everything, but like 9/11 happened, all of a sudden, you know, y'all was blamed for way more than you did, while America was doing business with your countries. But at the end of the day, guess whose fault it is? It's the black folks' fault. It's the black folks' fault. And then you see these things. Well, I mean, we wouldn't really be here if it wasn't for Black America. But guess what? You don't care about that. You care about proximity to white America. So what winds up happening is you put your kids through this diabolical little torture phase, and because the parents teach this to their kids, you know, to be more American, we gotta call the blacks mayates and abids, and you know what I mean. I forget what the Asians. I don't even. I know they got the term, but I don't know it. You know, but that's what we got to do. And it's like, all right. And then when we fall back and say, I'm not okay, we out. I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with you either. Good, okay. Same thing with when people talk about the Asian boycott. People was talking crazy, and then it was like, oh, wait a minute, we're all brothers. No, no. And I saw the video of the Asian lady that the police, took her life. It came to her house. She had a knife in her hand at the door, and she was irate, and it was like, well, because y'all pulled the gun on me, and it's like, yeah, they do that, But and I have to get right to the topic when I say this in the next 20-30 seconds. It doesn't work in your favor. All the stuff you did doesn't work in your favor. You wished it did, but it don't. You know what I'm saying? You wished it did, but it don't. And then you trying to explain this to other people, and you hanging around black people. We cool, and it's like, no, we not cool. We cool when you feel like it. And same thing like the Africans, the Caribbeans, part of the FBA thing. Generally, what happens is we're cool when you need refuge from the racism that you participated in. And then when you feel comfortable again, you go right back over to that side and you play that game all over again. And sometimes y'all, intertwine in each other's groups. So and once y'all get fully comfortable, you get back on your white supremacy BS. And then when it comes crashing down on you, you looking around for help, and it's like, oh, why you won't help me? Don't forget the games you played. Stop it. I ain't helping you. Remember what you did last week? But part of you being black is you supposed to forgive me for being a backstabber and racist to you. No, that's not part of being black. Bye. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.